bet there's a scene where like he hits the bank and has like a huge wipeout.
I'm sure he has a wipeout. Yeah.
Everyone runs up and he's like, and then he gets back on the board.
So fucked up.
Do you guys remember Meet the Deedles?
Yes.
Meet the Deedles,
Yes.
I think, is a underrated movie from that time.
Is it still in the DCOM realm?
What?
Is it still in the Disney Channel original movie realm?
I don't know that Meet the Deedles was Disney. Meet the Deedles was like two idiot surfer brothers who have to go to Yellowstone because they get in trouble. And then, like, I don't know.
Oh, yeah. It was live action.
It was live action,
Can
yeah.
you turn down the headphones just a touch? Just a schmear.
Is that...
These little guys here. Just a touch, mate.
All right.
Meet
nice.
The
Use a
Deedles.
schmear.
Yeah, just a schmear. He's Jewish.
Schmear?
You gotta.
Just
He won't
yeah.
know any other way.
I don't understand things in other measurements.
Let's talk about cum.
Just like Jewish words.
All right, here's the thing.
Yeah, they look like this. Everyone remembers this.
I
the
do remember
Deedles?
that cover.
Yeah, dude. And that's Paul Walker?
Yes, Paul Walker and another guy.
I don't know who the...
That got me.
Wow, Paul Walker.
That really got me.
Boss of Paul Walker.
Awesome.
R.I.P.
Never saw
I
it.
think I was in like 7th grade. Hit hard.
You were in
That's-
7th grade when Paul Walker died?
Probably.
What are you, 12?
Yeah. How old are you? 12?
Get out of here.
Didn't he die like last year?
Yeah, I feel like...
2013, I was 12.
Get out of here.
What?
You were 12 in 2013?
Yeah.
Well, I'm 23 now, so.
That's why he's so excited about cum, because
Wow,
he's
that's
like, cum.
crazy.
I just got it. I just got
Started
it.
jerking off like 6 weeks ago.
I did used to jerk off, and then because my buddy said it felt like peeing, so I would go up to my brother's room, jerk off. This is before any came, any came,
like, "Yo,
any
I gotta
came
go
came
pee."
out, and any came, and then I would just pee on his floor after, in the same spot every time.
To
It was
cover
a
up
good
the
6
cum.
months.
No cum came out. I would just be like, okay, now I'm gonna pee a little bit, and no, and there's nothing there.
Nothing. Again? Shooting dry.
Yeah,
Ghost loads.
poor guy.
That's humiliating.
That's when if you have to get your like prostate taken out for like cancer or something, you bust ghost loads after that.
It's like a cyclical
Really?
event.
You don't
Yeah.
have any. You don't have any more loads
Talking to
Nope.
the mic.
if you get your prostate taken out.
No, because it's just like
A little puff of smoke just comes out.
Yeah.
and your cock is just like.
yeah, it's,
And you can't get your prostate pounded anymore after that either, which
Right.
sucks.
That does suck.
That sucks.
That
That does
sucks,
suck.
dude.
That's why you have it.
That's why you have it.
It's the whole point.
It's the male
It's your
G
little
spot. Not
treasure
everybody
chest.
knows this.
That's why God put it there.
Have you ever docked with anybody?
Docked?
Yeah.
Do
you know about docking?
Maybe just for fun.
Yeah, just for shits and gigs. Well, that's
just-
why we do it.
Yeah, just as like a haha, not like a.
No, there's nothing sexy about it. It's just for giggles.
Wait, but in my mind, docking too. Don't you need to have foreskin for it? Not to out myself.
One
I
man,
don't
one
have
man
foreskin.
needs foreskin, but it is
Oh,
just
yeah.
like a way to connect with your bros. I think.
Right, right,
Yeah,
right,
it's
right,
like
right,
there's
right.
too much texting going on.
Yeah. We need to connect on a deeper level.
Yeah, just like if we were watching a movie,
Well, it's so that
We
you
should
can
be-
text but still feel like you're connected.
it's about the human touch.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back to Free Movie Ideas, the only podcast where we give out John Hamm's phone number, one number at a time. Today's number is 9.
He's got a big
That's the first
schlong,
one.
that guy.
You think it's
Yeah.
hard to dock with John Hamm, or does it kind of cover you like a sleeping bag?
It covers you like a sleeping bag because of because of how big it is.
Just wraps you in a comforting,
It's actually just it's
warm-
mostly
Yeah.
skin. It's like a wizard sleeve.
all skin.
Where just a
The
lot of
actual
skin.
meat of it is quite small, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of skin.
like too much bun.
He's like, I'm a grower, not a shower, but
Actually,
It does start
it's
like it's
neither.
just 2 inches.
It's like one of those.
No, it grows all the way.
Like a basset hound.
yeah.
Too much bun. I like bun though. I'll just eat a bun.
True.
What do you mean?
Like a hot dog bun. I'll just eat a hot dog.
It's like
bun.
there's no such thing
yeah.
as too much bun.
Right.
I'll put some mayonnaise in there and eat a hot dog bun.
Yeah. I would do barbecue sauce on a little bun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peanut
Especially
butter and jelly.
potato bun.
Yeah.
It's nice and sugary. You got that high fructose corn syrup.
That's pretty nice.
I love a potato bun. Potato bun. I mean, is there potato in potato bun? Is it potato
There's gotta
flour
be.
or something?
Gotta
There's gotta be. That would be false advertising otherwise.
I mean,
Gotta be.
it could be like the implication. It's it's bun is soft like a potato.
That would be crazy.
I like bread that you can squish into a little ball, into like a little golf ball. You know,
And just like
that's how I like my bread.
And then you
That's
eat
America.
it as the ball.
Yeah.
I had cousins who used to do that at the dinner table. They would have them and their dad would take apart bread at the table and then roll it into little balls, hard little balls, and then dip that in the butter
That's
at
disgusting.
fancy restaurants.
That's really
To like the
gross.
mortification of my grandpa, who was like, "Can you stop doing
It's like, I survived the Holocaust for this bullshit.
Please stop."
I wouldn't
doing
allow that if I were grandpa.
Yeah, I would slap those balls out of my grandkids' hands fast.
No balls at the table.
Can you imagine choking?
On a ball.
Your like grandkid is like, it's enough that they're, making these balls at the table, but then you gotta give one of them like the Heimlich.
I would
because,
let
of
them
course,
choke to teach them a lesson.
No, and mom is defending the kid. She's like, he does this. He makes the balls. He does it. I don't know how he does it. You
He
have to
just
let
likes
him
to
be."
do it. Just let him do it. I don't give him any discipline because,
I really like that voice.
I'm a mom from Miami.
that is actually what they all sound, because they smoke.
Yeah.
That does sound a bit like the penis that just comes smoke, little plumes.
Yeah, a cock that busts dust.
Yeah. And he smokes a little pipe. And he's got little arms, and he smokes like a Sherlock Holmes
When
pipe.
I was your age.
You don't understand this shit that I've seen.
So don't do that, folks. Don't roll your bread into little balls and dip it in butter at the dinner table. It's rude.
People
It's
listen to
rude.
this.
We now have more listeners than ever.
How many listeners we got?
At least 10.
Okay.
Wow.
You can build from there.
You got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
But we're getting good feedback. Our anonymous foreign backer believes what we're doing is
Says you're too liberal with your laughing.
right. Well, only,
I'm working on
only
that.
he is, not me.
I'm working on that. Do
But,
they have any more financing for us?
Well, I think they're. Do they have more money?
Yeah. To put it bluntly.
It doesn't have to be
I think they
money.
will.
It can be little balls of bread.
It's their one stipulation is that if our films are if our
Good.
films will play in China.
Which they will.
If our movie ideas will be accepted by the CCCP, then we've got a chance. Which gives me a little, like what kind of a donor would want movies that played in China?
Gal Gadot?
Secretly
The
undermining.
CCCCP.
Right. You got to add some more C's. Did you guys ever take triple C's?
What's that?
Is that like Four Loko?
Triple C is sort of a similar experience. Triple C's are I think they're called like Coricidin cough and cold.
Yeah.
There were these little red pills
No.
full of dextromorphine or
Yeah.
whatever. And if you took like 8 triple C's after like an hour and a half, you would just have the most horrifying trip. Just
Yeah.
a 3-hour fucking.
South Park did
Is it like robo
episode
tripping?
about that.
It's
Robo
yeah,
tripping.
it is
Yeah.
robo tripping, but like triple C's were like
What makes it robo tripping?
I think it comes from Robitussin.
Oh, true.
Right.
It just got such a good ring to it.
Were you a robo tripper?
No, that wasn't my generation.
These
that was
kids
the
today
generation after me.
probably don't know about robo tripping. They probably don't do that stuff
Well-
anymore. We can teach them about it.
Exactly what we're here for. We're like the cool older brother podcast that forces you to watch Eurotrip
Dags.
in order to make you asexual.
You should drink a
Any
bottle
cough
of
syrup?
Dayquil and watch Eurotrip.
Are you a cough syrup guy?
Not just lean.
No, it's not lean.
He's
Lean
acting
is
like
lean
he's
is more
chugging
intense actually.
Robitussin.
Lean is more intense, but it's a similar idea.
But lean is NyQuil, Sprite.
No,
lean is
not
is
NyQuil.
codeine.
Lean is promethazine.
It's over the counter. You need a prescription for that.
promethazine
stuff.
codeine.
It gets you messed up.
Although I did hear, like there were the kids later who were just like calling it lean, but it was just
NyQuil?
NyQuil, and they would just get really sleepy.
Yeah, but it's a similar
My
idea. It's
dream.
like if you take an Ambien and try to stay up. If you drink a bunch of NyQuil and try to stay up, it probably gets you messed up.
Do you guys ever fuck with Ambien? I fucked with Ambien heavy.
Yeah,
Never.
I took some of my mom's Ambien.
Mothers love
Stay
Ambien.
up.
They do.
Mothers love Ambien.
We talked about this on the, I feel like we talked about this on the first episode.
Yeah,
we
out
should
of
have an
ideas.
Ambien.
We're already, we
Yeah,
got,
let me tell
we
you
got
about my
5
mother.
episodes in.
We should have an Ambien movie. Maybe not right now, but in the future.
Like yeah.
Ambien. I'm surely you've mentioned Ambien in one of your free movie ideas.
Don't call me Shirley.
Sure.
And don't call me Shirley.
Airplane. You guys seen Airplane?
Oh,
Hell yeah.
oh
Listeners.
my God. Yeah, that's we have to explain Airplane to the 10 Zoomers listening to this. Our following of 10 asexual Zoomers.
They just ran out to the store to buy some NyQuil.
They're taking a break looking for. So that's the thing. The one thing about triple C's is like you have to steal them. It's the same as like going to the graffiti store to buy paint.
Mm-hmm.
That's not cool. You gotta go to the pharmacy.
Mm-hmm.
You have to open up the box of triple C's. You have to shove the foil packets in your pockets, and you have to walk out like they didn't just see you shove a bunch of packets of cough medicine and that will elevate your heart rate in
What's
your
part of
pockets.
the fun?
Yeah.
Is the stealing.
Now, Gurgle, were you ever a graffiti guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
look it.
Yeah.
And so, of course, you stole the cans.
No. Never stole anything in my life.
Oh, that's funny.
Too scared.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I love stealing. Every time I go to West Side Market, something goes in my pocket.
I do steal from Whole Foods.
Which store
Well,
do you
that's
steal
not.
from?
That's.
I take one
West Side,
tomato or
H
one.
Mart,
What side
One
is
line.
it?
Yes.
What kind of stuff do you
Dwayne
steal?
Reed, anything.
What time of day?
Day.
Just for the thrill.
Something. Day.
Like Monday, 1
Throw it in my
p.m.
bag.
Yeah.
I don't even need it.
Oh,
I might throw it out.
no, it's just it's part of the
just
fun.
want it.
Yeah. Whole Foods is a great.
Whole Foods
It's a classic.
easy. Oh, the scanners.
Oh,
You
the
get
self-
all my
self-checkout.
I buy the produce, but the meats.
Whole chicken, and I make the beeping sound myself. Beep. Beep. I
Oh,
get the
that's how
tone
you fool them
perfectly.
because it's the tone that they.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Doot.
See, you guys aren't afraid that they're, secretly building a dossier, and once you
I've heard this.
once you hit a threshold
Yeah, I've heard
of
this.
how much you've stolen, they're gonna come down with the
Facial
From Whole
recognition.
Foods?
full extent of the law.
Yeah, I've
That's
heard
why you
about
got to
this.
go to the different grocery stores.
Yeah, they have your face.
Pop around.
I don't think they.
No,
Have
Target's
the-
good at it.
Yeah, Target.
are they?
Target's really good at it.
At what?
The
Catching you?
dossiers. Oh yeah. As soon as you, what is it? What's the threshold?
I think it's like
1,000.
like $1,000.
Yeah.
As soon as
They
you hit
wait.
1,000.
Oh, really?
Have you
Yeah.
not seen those? Oh, it's awesome.
We don't say Nazi.
It'll be.
And don't call
That'll
me
be like a
Shirley.
woman. She's getting dragged. She has her kid. And she's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. And then they open up the folder, and it's like 20 times. It's awesome.
Ooh.
TikTok, dude.
Yeah. I have family members who are banned from Whole Foods temporarily. We talked about this too.
We talked
I
about
think.
this, yeah.
Jesus
we
Christ.
really have run out of
The
things.
followers are just going down. It was 10,
Well, no, it's
9,
you have
8.
things that you're
it's-
interested in, such as Ambien and Whole Foods and
Theft.
We like
Yeah.
what we like.
I like to think of our podcast as a warm blanket, sort of like John Hamm's
sort of
foreskin.
like John Hamm's foreskin, his long
His
foreskin.
long, floppy, fucking 4-pound
a
foreskin.
Christmas tale.
His,
John Hamm's
his
foreskin.
beagle of a foreskin.
He should star in one of our movies. John Hamm, if
Oh,
you're listening,
yeah.
you should star in one of our movies. Come on board.
Come on, he will come on board in order to tell us to stop leaking his phone number.
And stop
But
leaking private information concerning my foreskin.
We've got 9 more episodes before it becomes complete. So,
Before we complete the mission.
and I was thinking about this on the way over. Is like
After 13 episodes.
we can't just put that number out at the beginning of the episode because then people will only listen to the beginning of the episode because
Yeah.
they really just want to use us to get to John Hamm.
Yeah.
No, we have to stagger those numbers in different parts and different times through the episode. So you have to listen to the whole thing.
You're a
We go
businessman.
20 eps without mentioning a digit.
You don't. They'll never know.
They'll never know.
So unless they listen to every episode,
Yep.
and
So-
that's why they tune in. Because the Zoomers love John Hamm. let's be real. You know, if there's one thing that I know,
They're
that the
gooning.
asexual
They're gooning to John Hamm.
Rick, you're
podcast
a Zoomer.
listeners.
I'm a Zoomer, yeah.
Are you?
Spiritually. No. No.
I think this guy's the only Zoomer.
Are you a Zoomer?
Am I a Zoomer?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a Zoomer, all right.
You were born in what, 2005? 2001?
2001.
Oh, hell yeah,
9/11.
dude.
Before or after
Do you remember
9/11?
9/11?
Where were you?
Not
No.
alive. 2 months.
You-
Womb.
Whoa, you're December
I was technically in New
2001?
York though, but in the womb.
Wow.
You probably still kind of have it
Does it
as a
count
part
if
of
my
you.
ex-girlfriend's dad died in 9/11?
Oh.
Okay.
I feel like I win now.
No,
I
I mean,
win.
she's
I
your
win.
ex-girlfriend, so...
Yeah, but we still hook up, so I win.
Oh god.
That sounds like you love each other, and that's.
What if she's one of the 10 listeners?
Yeah.
You could be in
she
big
probably
trouble.
is.
Really bad. Not good.
Yeah, I have a friend whose dad was in one of the towers when the planes hit him, and he.
But he got out?
Yeah, he got out. He like ran down.
That's badass.
Move! I'm gay.
Move, bitch.
Throwing elbows on the way down.
That's awesome.
I've got kids. And then everybody still that you like moved past gets down also. They got like bloody teeth.
Well, you gotta do
Move
what you
on
gotta
gay
do.
always does the trick.
It's fight or flight in that kind of situation.
Well, that was what the firefighters were instructed to, who the firefighters were instructed to save. It was women, children, and the homosexual community.
Just
Because-
shaking people. Are you gay? Get out of my way. What about you?
Something tells me in 2001, World Trade Center, none of those people were in that building.
Well,
Women,
that's because they
gays,
got
and
the
children.
advance warning.
They got
That's true.
the
Yeah.
the page.
They got a similar
Everybody knows about
phone
that.
call that I got.
Mm-hmm.
In my, it's so that's the whole thing. The reason why we don't have foreskins is because
Jews?
they are better antennae for transmissions. Like,
Well, yes.
you're sleeping, you're in bed. It's like a Tuesday or morning.
It's an Amber
in
Alert.
September, and you get like a ding, and you feel it, and you wake up, and it's like, don't go into work today.
Beep. Beep.
And that's it. And you learn to trust your instincts here because, let's be honest, there's not that many of us.
Yeah. So your foreskin is a like a little satellite.
Yeah, it's a beacon.
It's a beacon.
Beacon. Foreskin.
You're talking like.
Once you remove the foreskin, it becomes a beacon.
I understand.
It's actually part of why what makes John Hamm such a good actor is that he's got no connection to the beacon. It's all instinct. He's so shielded that everything that he produces on the screen comes, out of him and him alone.
There's definitely a good
Most great actors,
Men
in
in
fact.
Black alien in there somewhere. It's like they grab the guy and they pull down his pants, like, show us the beacon. It's like beep 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 beep.
You peel it like a Hershey's Kiss.
Yeah.
That reminded me of. You guys ever seen Scary Movie 3?
Oh,
You know when the
This guy
what
was
a
one.
series! Oh, every
But
night
it's the
in
only one that he's seen.
Zoomers, you gotta
now
you gotta
he's
check
in.
out Scary Movie 3
One,
when
two,
when
three.
the aliens pee out of their fingertips, and then Leslie Nielsen, the president, is like, "Oh, so we're not so different," and he pees out. That was hilarious.
God, Leslie Nielsen, the
What a guy!
greatest of all time.
What a guy!
I really think that
It all comes back to Leslie. Every episode.
he's one of those guys where when I think about Leslie Nielsen, I get the same feelings that I do as when I think about like Jimi Hendrix or like Peter Falk or something. It's just like that's the kind of guy that makes me want to be a better guy.
Oh yeah, he's a big inspiration.
Has
Leslie.
there ever been anybody like better at a certain type of schmuck?
I love a guy that doesn't really like reach fame until they're like 63. You know?
That's great. Yeah, because
Yeah.
you're
Like,
a
it's
real
like, oh.
person.
Well, his secret
First.
is that he's always 63. You
Yeah,
see
he's one of those guys.
videos of him, in 1980, and he looks exactly the way that he did by 2000.
I mean, that's a wig, right? That's a piece.
Oh, yeah,
Probably.
he was
never
bald.
fucking changed for sure.
Well, this was, you go back and you look at in the history books and stuff. When people were 20 years old in like 1980 or whatever, they looked like they were 50. They looked like shit.
Looks
This
like
is-
the Golden Girls. They were all like 50.
Yeah, they were in their 50s, but it was like, we're
I
old
told my mom
ladies.
that 2 weeks ago. She freaked the fuck out. She's 60.
Yeah,
I know, but now 60-year-olds,
Mom,
What was
you're,
it back then?
You're as old as
Mom,
the
you're
Golden
old as
Girls.
fuck.
but 60-year-olds
Was it
are
the
hot
cigarettes?
now. They're banging.
yeah.
Yeah, some of
They
these
are banging.
60-year-olds that I get in my DMs on Instagram. Like, whoa, mama. Oh, I'm sorry.
Whoa, mama.
Excuse me. Whoa, grandmama.
Yeah, and
For me, it's the Telegram spam. I know it's fake, but I always reply. What's up?
it's
Yeah.
hard not to.
Hard not to.
What are they?
Like, maybe.
Hey there, big guy. Stop.
Hey, I saw your profile.
Wait, sorry. I
And
thought
I
we were
liked
talking
it.
about actual telegrams for a second. You're getting like letters
Telegram.
delivered by like Western Union that are just like 42 single wet. Stop.
Hey, I saw you stealing from Whole Foods, and I just think you're very attractive.
Stop.
Stop. Beep, 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 beep. Does your penis foreskin do Morse code?
Of course it does Morse code. It also does.
But you don't know about it until like wartime hits, and then it's just like everybody's like,
Thankfully, it's something that you know that you have it, but you don't have to use it. It also has Morse code.
and you're just like, holy
Morse
shit,
code.
the Titanic sunk.
Yeah, Morse code is it's different than Morse code. It's Morse code in Ebonics.
You guys,
It's dee 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 dee, but with a beat.
Yeah.
are you guys gonna grow your foreskins back?
Trying.
Through
You're
meditation.
in the process of it.
Through meditation.
Through
can be
meditation.
done.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And weights. You have to hang.
Well, no,
weights.
that's the traditional method. Is you put weights on your penis skin,
yeah.
and it.
Hell yeah.
See,
Makes
it's a little unorthodox, but I do a good 20 minutes in the vacuum. Good 20 minutes in the vacuum twice a day.
Like, you guys seen Scary Movie 1?
Yeah.
Is that the basketball one?
No, that's Scary Movie 2. But when
that's
Doofy
Scary one.
has a big boner and he's like, I told you not to bother me when I'm cleaning my room.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
He's putting his penis in the vacuum.
It was
Yeah.
a classic moment in
The doofy.
cinema.
They used to call me that in high school.
Officer Doofy.
Yeah.
Were you stupid?
Only black people. They'd be like, yo, here comes Officer Doofy. Yeah, I was
But he-
stupid.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah,
and look
it
at you
was
now.
cool. I was like, at least you guys are talking to me.
We're friends, right? That means we're
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah, he pulls his head out of the toilet. It's like a
Those are my friends.
water
That's how
just
me and my friends
dripping
hang out.
Oh, see you guys later.
And then they would also call me pie fucker. Did we talk about this already?
We
American
did talk
Pie.
about Pie
Yeah.
Fucker, yeah, because they said you look like Jason Biggs.
Yeah.
Jason Biggs fucks the
Damn
pie
it.
in American Pie.
This episode's fucked.
Because they tell him that
She started somewhere.
they say that a woman's vagina feels like a warm apple pie. That's what they say in American
It do.
Pie.
It do. It stings for some reason.
Yeah, it burns.
I don't know why.
It's the acids. in
The acids,
Yeah.
the pH,
The vitamin C in the apple.
Yeah. For all you Zoomers out there, you don't know about this kind of
Just
stuff.
stay away.
Just don't mess with
For all
that
you
kind of
Zoomers
thing.
out
Stay
there,
away.
never going to enjoy. It's a sweet, sweet piece of American pie.
Actually, the jelly
good.
jar.
Jelly
That's
jar.
great.
You put your dick in a jelly
Oh,
jar.
yeah, and peanut butter.
If you heat it up in the microwave first.
Jesus Christ, dude.
It's like a pocket pussy.
If you zap it in the microwave for what 30 seconds,
I love the idea
What was
of
better, the peanut butter?
89 seconds.
What was
18
better?
seconds.
Peanut butter was
Peanut
better.
butter. Didn't try chunky. Maybe that would have.
No,
Been
you get
another
you get
effect.
one of those little nuts
you
up
only
your
use
hole.
chunky once a month.
So,
How big is your hole?
your mom.
Big enough.
No,
No,
there's,
my
there's,
hole.
there's not a full peanut, but like there's
I was
little
born
chunks.
with 2 holes. Fun
Hold
fact.
on, hold on.
Two.
Back
you
to
got
the
2
peanut
holes.
butter.
Well, yeah, everybody's got at least 2 holes.
No, on my dick, I'd have surgery.
Oh.
You know what
Wait,
is-
really?
What?
Yeah.
That's
so like when you
awesome.
peed, there was like an
So,
extra.
Yeah, no one told me. 6th grade, started looking at my dick.
Would pee
Feel
come
a
out
little-
2 different places?
Started off. 'cause
Into
I
the
picked
mic.
It off.
Into the mic.
No one told me.
That's
Picked it off. I was like, oh, weird. Flicked it off. Bathroom, 6th grade math. Started a little drip, drip, drip. 6 months later, it was drip, 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 drip.
Oh, it got so the hole was getting bigger.
That's Morse code.
Tell my parents, and my dad's like, "Oh, dude, it's your hypospadias." My what?
Brother, it's your
Like, you had
hypospadias, of
surgery.
course.
Motherfucker's
Surgery
got a
month
hypospadias.
being in the world. 7th grade, had to have surgery on my dick.
Oh my
Hard
gosh.
cast on my dick for a week and a catheter.
Oh my
Stint
gosh.
down my pee hole.
Ah, jeez.
Is that like having a boner for a week?
Boy.
I wish.
Yeah, it's pretty
it was
awesome.
flaccid. I mean, 7th grade, you're getting boners like 20 times a day.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of pain
At least.
every time my dick wanted to grow, and it's in a hard cast.
Do you still have the cast?
Wish, no.
Yeah, I feel like that would be good for
Put it right up on the
Worst
Right.
part is, though, when they take out the catheter and the stint down your pee hole, no anesthesia.
Oh my gosh.
Crazy.
Oh
Why
my
not?
gosh.
Not even any ice?
No,
Ice it
nothing.
down?
That's
Absolutely
crazy.
nothing. He just
Why
did
not?
a 1, 2, 3 count. He's
Oh,
like,
oh,
here we go. But did it
oh,
have 2.
And was it one of those like swizzly straws like they do
was like-
cocktails?
Probably that long in me.
Oh, jeez.
My
Oh,
dad
boy.
stepped on my pee bag at one point, too.
Oh,
it was all
jeez.
the pressure
And it
going
pushed
in.
it right back in.
Oh,
Dude.
jeez.
This is the
Because
worst.
you're playing.
My doctor also told my
Super
mom, he's
Nintendo.
like, my doctor told my mom, like,
This is
oh, like, just have him wear
Cronenbergian.
sweatpants, he can go to school. My mom's like, my son's not going to school with a piss bag in 7th grade.
Why was your bag on the
Why
floor
not?
where your dad
I
could
knew
step
people
on
with
it?
shit
In
bags.
bed. I don't want the, what if the bag leaks? I don't want it in my bed.
You're playing Super Nintendo and the bag just on the floor, and your dad's
Super
like, God damn it,
Nintendo.
I said clean this up!
1994.
Clean up this room!
If you get a Prince Albert piercing, your pee comes out of both the holes. So you have to plug one of the holes when you're pissing.
Oh, like you hold a straw when you want to get the milk out.
Yeah, exactly like that.
Huh?
Otherwise, you'll just pee in 2 different directions.
You think there's ever been anybody who's just like pissing and it's just like fuck.
Probably.
Piss-
If you have a Prince
pissed
Albert.
themselves in the face by
piercing.
accident.
Mm-hmm.
That scene
Probably
in,
someone that has like a dick that curves up.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh,
Those are the
hell
best,
yeah.
dude. Those are the best.
Like
that's,
John Hamm.
Someone's got
That's
some
a Tuesday
insane dick
night for
that
Rick.
goes up.
For
Like a
me,
U-turn.
that's a normal kind of an evening.
He
Yep.
sees a little curve, and he's like, hell yeah. Bonus.
that's what I'm
The boner bonus.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
you know, it is really, there is something very sexy about that first time you open the peanut butter jar and no one's touched the top, the surface, and you plunge the knife or penis.
Or
You
penis.
plunge
Into
your
it.
penis inside.
That's pretty great.
Mine
Or
was
your
used.
vagina.
Yours was
Mine
used.
was used.
That actually was
I did
what I
throw
wanted
it
to know.
out after though.
And your mom was like, I just bought this. Where'd the peanut butter go?
I love the idea of a guy who has spent like the formative years of his life having sex with a jar of jelly. That when it comes around to the time that he actually has sex, he's super disappointed.
Not what I
This is
expected.
nothing like jelly. This is nothing like my jelly jar.
God, what?
That's like a Goosebumps book.
Oh,
And it
jelly
doesn't
jar.
smell like jelly either. It smells a little different.
this is terrible.
Yeah, that is good.
Well, I
Sponsored
think we
by
should.
Smuckers.
Smuckers, thank you, Smuckers, for sponsoring us.
Yeah, this episode is sponsored by.
Thank you, Smuckers, and thank
Speaking
you.
of burning, though, that's got to burn. The jelly, grape jelly.
No,
No,
it
I
didn't
think that's
burn.
fine.
The only thing that
I
really
think it's
burned was, like,
fine.
shampoo. That was a bad decision.
Shampoo.
Yeah.
Shampoo
don't
in
do
the
it.
second
How do
hole.
you get the how you're putting your dick in the shampoo bottle?
No, it's like CeraVe. Put some shampoo on there. I'm in the shower.
Right.
7th grade again. It's
right.
Always.
Actually,
always back to
I'll
7th
say
grade.
this, and not. Yeah,
Go ahead.
I'm
Go
gonna.
ahead.
Well, without naming names, if you're
Name.
listening to this podcast,
Name them.
I'm not gonna name names. One time in the shower doing sex, used shampoo as lube, and I got my dick got all fucked up. I got like a cut all over. You know, it just kind of irritated it in a weird way. So basically, this is to say, don't use shampoo as lube and don't fuck a shampoo bottle because
Also-
it'll irritate it.
Don't put icy hot on your balls.
Mm-hmm.
8th grade.
Oh,
Bad
interesting.
move. It was like 12:30 at night. Everyone's asleep. I'm like, oh, I put it on my shoulders and I'm like, hold on.
Yeah,
No.
That's
oh
fair.
My God.
That's
Whoa.
fair.
And
'Cause
I
we used to
filled
do
up
the-
sink and
the-
dunked my balls in it.
the meth,
Meth.
the methy,
Tiger Balm,
No,
Vicks
the-
Vapor Rub.
the like talcum powder, but the like,
Oh, like
what's in a Newport?
Menthol.
Menthol, the menthol, like,
Meth.
you know,
Menthol.
yeah, the methy talcum powder, and your balls would be like pepperminty.
Let me ask you something though. Having a second hole, do you think you could have 7th grade put a little weed in the top, used it like a bowl?
It's like an apple ball. Oh,
But it's your.
That was a missed opportunity. That would be hot.
It
Yeah,
honestly
smoke my
would be.
dick.
That would. I'm thinking about
Smoke
like
my
you know how
dick.
we've talked in the past about things that are like so gay they become straight, or so straight they become gay. I think that
That's straight. That's
smoking weed out of your friend's second dick hole is
I think that's one of the
straight, as
straightest
straight as it
things
gets.
It is.
do.
Yeah.
That like you become a hero for the straights for all time.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say
but
you could
which
have your.
hole do you do? The tip? So, like, if
You put
this is my dick, that's the tip. Second hole.
You
is
suck
right
on the
there.
tip. You put the weed
Yeah,
in the
100%.
second.
Yeah,
hole.
Yes.
you actually
Yes.
have to put
Yes.
in. You have to
Yeah.
put in a third hole to use as a carb.
Not a savage.
Make another one. There's
Suck
already
on the
two.
tip.
There's already two. Let's do another.
I'm not gonna suck on the second
Oh,
hole.
yeah, you
It's
gotta
great.
have one,
That's
though, so you
gay.
can, like,
Yeah, you got to carb it.
claw. Yeah, exactly.
Well, you squeeze on the balls and then you get that extra hit.
Yes.
Your balls are like filling up with smoke.
And then you squeeze the balls and you're like, cough for me?
It comes out of your mouth.
Yeah. That's good.
This is a really cool idea.
Is that
really
true?
missed
Would that really
opportunity.
happen?
Dicks and bros.
There's only one way to find it.
There's only one way to find. But you got your second hole closed up, right?
That's closed. It's staying closed.
We'll have to find
You know
another
how,
man
you
with
just
a
put-
second
And
hole.
that was a
He
gift
just
from
plugged
God,
it with a little
too.
marble. Just put a marble in there.
Scotch tape, double-sided. Works just
Scotch.
Yeah, it's
Scotchy
fine.
tape.
Yeah, a little cork. A tiny little cork from
Cock
a wine
plugs.
bottle, and you just.
It's a good name for the pod. Cock plugs, cock smokers.
Cock smoke.
I do think we've come up with more ideas for things you could do with your dick than movies.
I
Which
was
are
gonna-
the
Maybe
very
that is
same
the
thing.
maybe that is the
It is the same
It's in the same kind of world.
So, a guy who gets incredibly wealthy as a penis entrepreneur.
Penis
Give me
entrepreneur.
give me.
Like he has
What is he
different products.
entrepreneuring with
Okay, so
penis?
What kind of products?
I have some experience in this.
Like a testicle.
Jury duty. I had some jury duty. And the case was a penis enlargement surgery gone wrong.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You really went to a jury duty over a
Yes.
dick accident?
Yes.
Wow.
And I didn't complete it
so
because I was
lucky.
like, I have work, but I made it far enough where I heard the case and I met the plaintiff and the defendant and shit.
Oh my god, dude! I would have the things I would have done to stay on that jury.
What went wrong with his
I don't
with
know.
his
But
penis?
they're like, Mr. Henderson here, you're going to see photos of his penis. They're going to be graphic.
I do declare.
Yeah, it was great. And I was
This
like,
was
"I'm
in
ready."
Georgia.
This was deep
Yeah.
down
Why
in the
would you
deep
not?
south.
He was huge too. Like he
What
was
if
a big
jury
dude.
member's just like jerking off?
Yeah.
Would that get you thrown out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That could be a movie. I love Southern law
Kinda homophobic.
movies. There's something about them. I love like a
Yeah.
big, fat,
I
sweaty
love
Southern
legal
lawyer.
thriller.
Oh yeah.
I love a legal thriller.
Your Honor, my client. Your Honor, my client deserves a working penis.
And these people deserve the truth.
Do you think? Damn it! Okay, so that's actually what the film The Rainmaker is about.
Rainmaker that's the
John Grisham starring Matt Damon.
oh.
And the reason that
I was
he's,
thinking of Rain Man.
the reason that he's called the Rainmaker
He
is
makes
because
rain.
it comes out of that second hole like rain.
Yeah.
And the ladies love him.
The ladies go wild.
And the ladies go, wow.
It's the Rainmaker. He's here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think that a movie about Southern dick laws. I'm sorry, we're not supposed to laugh on this because we're executives. Mm-hmm. Southern dick law.
Southern dick law dictates that my client.
Under statute 23B in the Georgia Constitution.
I'm sorry, I'm a professional.
Okay, so lay it out. Lay that big Johnson out.
Well, this is the
Lay
first
that big
one,
foreskin
right?
out.
So this is about it's a guy he's living in his car.
Is this over the patent of the Doc Dongle?
What's Doc?
If you want to talk about the Doc Dongle, I mean, that's your idea, Gurgle, and I think that you shouldn't feel compelled to leak.
So the Doc
pun
Dongle,
unintended.
If you want to doc with another man, but you don't
With
have
your buddy.
Yeah, well, whoever. You don't
Yeah.
have foreskin. He doesn't
Yeah.
have foreskin. You can purchase a product known as the Doc Dongle. Looks like a Chinese finger trap.
Oh, yeah.
Both penises go in.
Do the tips touch?
and only one comes out. Yeah,
Of
tips
course,
touch.
that's how they
That's
whisper to
cool.
each other.
Tips touch.
Hell yeah.
That's how they pass the smoke. So it's an invention. It's a product. You know, it becomes wildly successful, and there is a dispute over the patent and who owns it, and the Doc Dongle case begins. Or maybe there's an injury.
Injury
Ooh, like,
lawyer.
this is a
Well, so
court
tell me about
case
what
film.
happened in the court. Yeah, we're making a legal thriller call, and it may be a franchise of legal dick thrillers, Southern Dick Law.
Southern Dick Law.
I can't say it without laughing, which is a problem.
My client.
Your Honor, my client deserves a working penis.
You know who'd be a good if we get Jesse Plemons fat again? If we make him gain back another like
to
100 pounds
to play the penis.
to play a big fat Southern lawyer.
See Friday Night Lights?
Yeah.
He is in Friday
yeah,
Night Lights.
Yeah.
Which one's that?
That's the
one that
football
looks
show.
really
No,
Stupid.
which is the guy, Jesse Plemons?
I kind of forget.
Freckles looks.
Oh.
Little,
He's married to Kirsten Dunst.
Yep.
Oh, Fat Damon?
Fat Damon. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. But now he's
Not
skinny.
anymore.
He lost a bunch of weight probably because of those
He'd
Ozempic.
be exceptional.
But we
He's
need to get him to
Your
gain
Honor.
that weight back. He'd be great in this role.
Okay, is there anything here? Or is this? What do you
I
think?
gotta say, so let me give you some free movie ideas that deal with the legal profession, and you guys can tell me if maybe there's a format that we can fit
Sure.
Southern Dick
I'm on
Law
the court case thing. I think.
into.
Yeah.
Pun unavoidable. Okay, we're gonna fit these in.
Yeah.
Still working out the scenario. This is from December 6, 2018. Still working out the scenario, but at some point, a lawyer, extremely reluctant, must utter the words, "If the pants ain't shit, you must acquit."
Okay. I mean, we could work that in.
We can work that in, right? Let me see. Okay. This one's just March 24th, 2019, Super Lawyers.
Okay.
That's it.
Super
one,
like
yeah, I
they're
was still
superheroes,
sorta
but they're
getting the hang.
lawyers.
I was still sort of getting the hang of this whole
Ladies
free-
and gentlemen
free
of the
movie
jury.
ideas
But the
thing.
jury.
Gotta wear a bolo tie.
Did you guys see Juror Number 1?
Does the penis
The new
wear a
Clint
bolo
Eastwood
tie?
film? It's pretty good.
Is it? Bullshit.
Wait, juror. So
swear.
there's juror number 1, and then there's juror number 2,
Juror Number 2.
and juror number 3 is the one where it's pee and poop.
I kind of don't care for his style of just one take for everything.
One take Clint, that's what they call him.
I don't like it.
I love Clint Eastwood. Come on
He's
the
like,
pod.
that's fine, kid.
That's good enough.
I was in the
wanna
John when you did the take. I don't
wanna
care.
spend 12 hours.
That's why the movies are shit. Like Gran Torino, that movie sucks. When it came out, I was like, that was good. Rewatch it. It's
Oh
awful.
no, the whole movie is just him being like,
It's awful.
Get your Chinese hands off my cock.
Sir, we're Cambodian. That's what I said.
a fuck.
Whatever.
The difference.
I was in the John when he did that take. I don't give a shit. It's fine.
Yeah, he does everything in one take,
Yeah,
which
it's,
is extremely cool.
I
one
don't
take
like it.
Clint.
I
That's
don't
what we
like
were
it.
just talking about.
Give me a break, Clint.
On October 14th, 2019, a group of law school students attempt to steal the answers to the bar exam after they discover that their state's bar association has created an impossible test to prevent there from being any more millennial lawyers.
Yeah, I like this. I like this.
Sort of inspired by the Star Trek Kobayashi Maru. Mm-hmm. If we have any really, really, really cool Zoomers listening, and they know what that is.
I like that.
Let's see, we're getting some more.
Because you have the kids who stole from Whole Foods and stole from CVS.
I stole exams too.
There you go.
Love to
We
steal.
got an expert.
It was really easy actually.
How did you
To
steal
steal
exams?
exams.
Oh my god, dude! Walk into the school, 4 o'clock. One door yanks open.
How do you know where they are? How do you know what the like?
It was insane. Walk in, go down the hallway, door to the classroom, open. Door to the office, open. First drawer I open.
Bunch of tests. No,
You
dildos.
could go to jail for that.
Dildos.
Nah, that sucks.
How'd you cover your tracks?
No, I didn't.
Oh, they just.
It was right there.
Hell
Final
yeah.
exam.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So this was last week? You're still in high school?
Yes.
I just took my final exams.
You know
for
what I used to
senior
I do
year.
have. I have my senior year final exams next week.
Oh really?
In the lecture
And you
hall, they
stole
used
the
to pass
answers?
like
Well,
a stack.
What?
This was in high school.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
You're graduating second
College.
high school. College.
Second high
College.
school.
Yeah.
Second high school.
Not if I have anything
Yeah.
to do about it.
Well, a little aside, some good news for the cast. Our resident heterosexual thought leader, Rick, passed the bar exam.
Yeah. Talk about lawyers.
Hey.
Well,
Get your Chinese hand off
yeah. I
my
passed the
cock.
bar. I passed the bar.
He didn't
So
even,
I'm a lawyer now.
He didn't even go to law
Nice.
school. He just
Yep.
passed the bar on
I'm
the
a
first
lawyer.
try. No, he
I
actually
do
got
declare.
past the LSAT.
Yeah. I got the average score.
Nice.
And you're so much more than that.
Well, that's pretty fucking good.
I am
But
looking
what's
for
cool
an
is you don't
average
have to
lawyer.
prove that you are. You don't have to be.
Well, now, yep. So now I'm the lawyer for this podcast. So any legal trouble that we run into, I got it taken care of.
Amazing.
Only
Yep.
in an average way, though.
In
a very
an average
average
way.
way.
And you can be an average lawyer.
It's an
There's
average
nothing wrong with
podcast.
that. There's not, yeah.
You can't
There's-
be Jewish and be an average lawyer, though. That's
Emerson.
I'm not Jewish.
Yeah.
So it's not a
yeah.
problem for me.
There we
I
go.
actually
I'm not-
I disagree. I think
Really?
that yeah, it's much easier to be an average lawyer if you're Jewish. People just expect you to be a great lawyer. You've
So
got
if they
like
Fair
expect
enough.
greatness, it's easier to be average.
yeah, absolutely. You're totally fine. You
Well,
know,
yeah,
'cause
because do you have this?
Nobody's gonna
high
question you.
expectations.
Get your
I
Jewish
feel like
hand
that'd
off
be my
my
one
cock.
criterion for
It's
a
like-
lawyer. Jew?
get your Jewish hands off my penis.
Get your Armenian hands off my cock.
Don't look at it in the eye.
Look at it. Look at what you've done.
You see that
It's
second?
crying.
You see that second hole? Now tell me, do you feel lucky, punk?
That's a teardrop coming out of that hole.
Was this in Gran Torino?
Yeah.
This was in Gran Torino.
Every time he goes to the bathroom, they're like, he's in the John. Hurry. Do the cock shot. Cock shot, everybody.
Later on, he gets
like,
to
what
the
the hell
editing
happened?
room. He's like, I thought we were doing one take.
What happened to my goddamn film?
September 14th, 2020. Fran Drescher is a lawyer with a secret. At night, she's a pool hustler.
I like that. I like Fran Drescher.
This one, I'll tell you, is actually based off of a true lawyer who worked out of the same firm where my father works out of.
And he was a pool hustler.
She
was a pool hustler.
was a she was a like a busty brunette who looked like Fran Drescher.
Nice.
Oh my God.
And
Killing me.
my mom thought that my dad was cheating on her with Stacy,
He probably was.
which
No. You're like, Mom.
he insisted
no,
he wasn't. I believe him.
It's Rachel.
We
in the
gotta
comic.
You know,
get
I
to
think
the
he
bottom of
might have
this.
may have been a flirt. He's always been a bit of a flirt, but
We gotta get to the
is the
bottom
man
of this.
untrue or was he? I don't think ever. No, he's true blue. However, number of the other lawyers all tried to make various passes at Stacy, who was in fact a pool hustler. She would go to the bar with pool, and she would be like, "Oh my God, like." I wish I knew how to play.
And she would hustle these.
And then she would like
jerks.
win, and she would be like, "Oh, beginner's luck. That's crazy.
Didn't she build a
It would
reputation?
be so funny if we gambled on this."
I mean, like, you can't go to the same pool place.
Yeah, that's what I'm. After you do that a
How
couple
many- how many
times, they're gonna
places
catch
are
on.
there?
Oh yeah, no. Well, see, as speaking as a woman, what the strategy here was that like after you had exhausted your ability to fool people into thinking that you weren't, they would just want to out of spite, cream you because nobody wants to be beaten by
I
a
just want to
woman.
hate fuck you.
But
They'd
she
wanna
was
cream you,
She was
yeah.
very, very, very good at billiards, and she would sometimes leave the bar with like $2,000 in her pocket.
Yo, this lady sounds cool as hell.
She was pretty cool. So what I'm saying is that if we can incorporate Fran Drescher back into Southern Dick Law, perhaps as like the older woman mentor who is bringing a cutting edge to our young Dick lawyer who
Yeah.
just passed the bar.
Yeah,
Okay. So
it's her son.
she's a lawyer, okay? And she's a pool hustler, too, in the
She's
South.
a
in
lawyer
Missouri.
from Florida.
In Missouri. And there's a case.
Missouri.
Yes,
She's
Missouri.
actually a retired lawyer. You got to bring her out of retirement.
She's old as shit. She's 46
She's
years
46 years
Yeah.
old.
Because
She
there's
could
a
be
case.
a golden girl.
There's
Yeah.
a case that is very interesting, and it is dick law. It's unprecedented. It hasn't been seen before. There's only one woman who can win this case, and it's Fran. And she's in the pool hall, and she's doing what she does. And the case is very interesting. Very interesting. It's about a guy who got his cock blown off in Iraq, and he got a new penis. And it's the first of its kind. It's like a robotic penis.
This is actually
And-
the sequel to Alex Garland's Warfare, in which he gets his dick blown off in the
Or-
A24 movie.
He gets a black dick.
He gets a black dick, but like, what's the problem there?
It doesn't work the way he intends.
Robotic
know how to work
penis,
it.
he can't control it, and it actually injured somebody, potentially murder.
Ooh.
And he's like, it's
Oh,
not
I guess
part of
like
this is
that.
what the lawsuit
adds a layer.
This is what
So
the lawsuit is
the
about.
problem
law
with the
dictates.
lawsuit is the question of whether or not he used his new penis for murder.
Was
he's like,
was
"It's not
he
me, it's
personally
robotic."
responsible for the injury, or was the penis have a mind of its own?
Right? Was it the doctors who
manufacturer.
gave him this penis?
Yeah. Who
Or the
basically who's
manufacturers.
responsible?
Right.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
And where
angles.
did
lot
it
of
come
people.
from? China.
Tariff.
Do the Chinese have some incentive
Tariff.
to be murdering people
To start
with the prosthetic
oh,
penises?
like there was a
It just turns into a blender.
so then that's
They
maybe
were hacking the penis.
maybe what our
From
Yeah,
a
the
long
penis has
distance.
Like
Wi-Fi.
right below the head. Blades come out.
It's got Wi-Fi. It's got a blender. It's got fucking a
Got a hotspot.
flashlight, a speaker.
Your Honor, I've never seen it do that before. I swear to God.
It just starts like a little megaphone comes out. And it's just like CCCCP
Or
shit.
they forget to make it waterproof.
It was
freaks
it was
out.
made in Foxconn.
I think it should be.
blows
They
up
should
like one of
add
those
more
vapes.
C's.
What's that?
The CCCCCCCCP.
Yeah,
Maybe more. Mm-hmm. It just sounds more authoritative.
absolutely.
But
There's only one woman.
so
who
then
can
it's a
win
question
this
of
case.
There's only one woman
so we
in
complicate
this
this
town.
case by the fact that in the first capacity though he's like, I've never seen it do this before. We find out later that is not true, and he has in fact used his helicopter trick. Left a person
addicted to it.
Left a person bruised and bloody.
No pun intended.
Stacy, the lawyer, to get to the bottom of it, should have sex with this penis.
Oh, yeah, they fall in love.
To get to the bottom of it. See, I'm gonna try out this thing
Oh
and see
yeah,
what the real
because she's
truth
not a
is.
lawyer anymore, so she's helping out our main character
She's helping him out.
by seducing it, and then she comes back and he's like, Stacy, how did it go?
She gets to the bottom
And
of it.
she's catatonic.
Sounds kind of just
In a
like
good
an
way?
African circumcision on a woman.
Well,
Go on.
And kind of the warlord. I mean, dude, they stick the knives and go. Brrr,
Is that what they do?
I'm pretty sure.
That's
assume so.
messed up.
I think so.
That's messed up.
Get
That's
your
messed
African
up.
warlord hands off my cock.
Get your goddamn African warlord hands. Sorry, I got to get the gargle back. Keep your machetes away from. Do you have anything to
From my
drink? Do
daughter's
you have any
cock.
liquid?
So who should play Fran Drescher?
Get your dirty Chinese hands off my girlfriend's penis.
Fran plays for. Is she still
Fran
alive?
Drescher plays Fran
Of
Drescher.
course.
Yeah, Fran has to play
Okay.
He
Stacy.
He doesn't know
Fran
who that
as
is.
Stacy.
Yeah.
You don't even know who Fran Drescher is?
Glasses, hair.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
she's
yeah.
beautiful.
Oh, yeah, she
she's
is
the
beautiful.
most. She's
Doesn't-
one of the
doesn't
most
she, like,
beautiful
not have a
Jewish
phone?
women.
She is sexy. Always was.
Yeah. Oh God, that voice.
But they try to bury her sexiness. When they were feeding her to us.
yeah,
The nanny, yeah. She was a joke.
because she's too sexy. Some would say.
They
Some
needed-
would
Just
say
they
like
needed
there's
to
a
scale it
That
back.
classic bridge and tunnel with the big cans.
big
Big old cans.
big old cans.
Big old cans.
They sound like cans when they're walking past.
Never noticed.
Like two cans hitting each other.
Two
Never
cans
noticed?
kicking on down the road.
Oh my
that's like
God.
whenever I
Dude,
tell anyone.
please.
That's like whenever I tell anyone Nancy Pelosi has huge tits.
Everybody
Well,
knows
she
that.
Everybody
does.
knows that.
Yeah.
She got the big mommy milkers.
Yeah.
But
Big Italian breasts.
Fran Drescher, I mean, oh my God, there's really not enough attention is paid to just how hot Fran Drescher is. And Fran, if you're listening, come on the podcast. We would appreciate you like you've never been appreciated before.
And John Hamm should play the guy with the penis.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
for
Of
sure.
course. Yeah, the man with the mangled
with the mangled
Chinese.
cock. Chinese cock.
And he's like a high-ranking guy. He was like a colonel.
So the question,
was
you can't handle the cock.
Yep, that could be a line in the movie. Yep.
It's the first. This is the first cock of its kind. This is like unprecedented penis procedure.
Oh, is it maybe he got his cock blown off when he was a colonel, and then he got, this was a experimental surgery.
Yeah.
To add a new cock on.
Yeah.
And it gets hijacked by the Chinese.
This like
But then you find out that it's actually AI.
It's AI.
It's not the AI wants us to
it's
think
Chinese
it's the Chinese
AI.
to start a war.
Oh, but it
it
was
kind of
AI
blows the
tricking
lid
you.
off of this whole company that's making these cocks, these experimental cocks. He blows the whole lid off, the whole thing.
It's a nefarious CEO at the top who's making dangerous robotic cocks.
because his goal is to remove all human penises and have these robotic penises, and actually.
But you
Turn
find out
humans-
that it's AI because AI doesn't have a penis and resents us for it. So the real secret that cracks this case wide open is that everybody's looking at the perpetrator. Everybody's looking at John Hamm.
Yeah.
They're saying, Mr. Hamm, your penis. But it's actually the victim who is the key to this case.
So this
Yeah.
is a B movie horror film.
And legal thriller as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then
it's
when they blow the lid off, it turns into just like thriller.
Maybe we
It's
can
a
use
comedy also, a bit. Dark
I
comedy.
want it to be play it straight.
Play it straight.
I
but
think it's
dark
pretty
comedy.
pretty serious.
Yeah, this is
Get your
it's a
hand
lot
off
of
my
rain
cock.
falling in Missouri.
Okay. Yeah. I like it.
So it's Southern Gothic
Yeah.
more than anything.
Southern Gothic, just like Sinners, the new movie Sinners.
just like the new movie Sinners
good?
sponsoring the
Oh, yeah.
podcast.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. All right, maybe we can use this for like some character background. June 24th, 2021, a legal thriller about a city lawyer who learns MMA and then has to defend himself in court after getting carried away in a dispute and seriously hurting somebody.
Yeah, Fran finds herself in the case somehow. Now she's a part of the whole thing. She's been
She gets
scooped
back
up.
into law.
She's been
she-
scooped
She
up.
becomes a lawyer again.
She takes a pool cue, shoves it up someone's penis.
Yeah, she's also doing pool hustling this
That's
whole time.
how she destroys the item, the penis,
Oh,
with
jeez.
a pool cue. She's like, I'm putting an end to this right now.
Oh, God. And then she's on trial?
Yeah, well, that's in the
she
sequel.
loses the case. She loses the case.
Oh, we got a down ending here?
Yeah, but she knows that that thing is evil and that corporation that created it is bad news.
Yeah, so she takes a fall.
And she's like, I'm going to take this into my own hands, literally. I'm going to destroy this thing.
Wow.
Get your hands on my cock. My cock.
From my cold, dead, dirty penis.
Yeah.
Unhand him.
This, yeah, I think this movie sounds pretty good for sure.
It's some of our best work.
Here, wait. We're finding some more. Anything's better than Monkey Milk,
Oh, shit.
Monkey Milk?
Monkey Milk was great.
the movie where we turned monkeys into coconut milk.
Oh, yeah, that movie was pretty good too.
Tom Cruise returns to his lawyer character from A Few Good Men to prosecute an L.A. County Sheriff's Department that murdered a whistleblower in A Few Bad Apples.
I mean, I would like to get Tom Cruise involved.
I think Tom Cruise would be. Could
He's
he
the
be the
judge.
judge?
He plays
he's the
judge.
judge.
And he's real Southern. But now let me get a look at this penis.
Let's all get a good look, and puts on his spectacles.
And this is all ad-libbed. This is not part of the script, but Tom Cruise needs to
No,
look
we
at
we
everybody's
just tell him
penis,
to just let loose.
including
do it make
Fran,
sense.
Fran Drescher's character,
She
who should
has-
have a
she
penis.
has-
She has a penis.
She has a penis too. That's one of the
Absolutely.
twists.
Always had a penis.
Mm-hmm.
and we
That's one
find
of the
out
twists.
everyone in the film.
Everyone has a penis.
Everyone has a penis. Yeah.
Maybe everyone's been co-opted by this
Penile.
corporation, and they all have these electronic. They're all bionic people.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
And
There's
she might be the only person who doesn't
The
have
human
a
race
penis.
can't reproduce.
And she discovers that,
that
holy
penis.
shit, the human race has been compromised by this agency.
They just all have to fuck Fran Drescher? Or who? Who has the
well,
vagina?
well, she definitely
Gotta
has
be
a
Nobody has a
Gotta be
vagina.
one
nobody.
Nobody.
We find out. No, this is an alternate universe.
This is one of the big twists that the Chinese
All right,
AI
so
company was
reproduction,
doing
how does it
is nobody has a vagina.
That's the goal. No more reproduction. Converting humans into bionic creatures.
And there's one last penis.
Are there bionic vaginas? Why are they all penises? I don't know. You got to watch the film.
Because docking has eliminated the need for vaginas.
All right, I've yet to
You
ask,
don't need
what
them
is
anymore.
docking?
Docking, I told you.
Docking is when you put your two penises
Oh,
together.
that's docking.
And
Yeah.
you slide the foreskin over the other penis.
Oh, hot.
Yeah.
So you dock.
yeah.
You
It's
go
like
back and
two.
forth.
It's like
Dock it.
two ships. Yeah. Yep.
It's not sexual, really. It's just like
No, it's just
Just for
something to
hanging
do
out.
for
It's
fun.
like smoking
a-
out of the tip.
Yep.
It's a mode of communication.
it's not gay.
Just
Like
sitting on the couch.
I used to dock with my dad.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
You have foreskin?
my dad has.
Cool.
No, really, only one person needs it, but
Yeah.
if nobody
feel
has
like
it,
it's a little
that's why
too
we
much
have
if
the
both
dock
have it.
dongle.
No,
yeah,
yeah,
but
you
it's,
need-
it's all right.
Well, you could pull yours
Yeah.
back and pull the other one over. But yeah,
It's
it's,
just a lot going on.
it's just a way to connect.
Yeah.
Old friends,
It's like a third eye thing.
father son kind of thing.
I feel like you'd have like a That's So Raven moment when the tips touch.
Where you see into the future.
Maybe we could use some elements of this. December 22nd, 2021, Fast and the Furious adjacent legal thriller about a lawyer who must travel all over the world following the exploits of the Toretto family in order to build a case against one of its members who hit a pedestrian by accident while drag racing.
So is it like first three Fast and Furious or like last three Fast? Like, are they going through buildings in Dubai and driving through them, or are they just tearing up the streets of LA?
It really doesn't matter.
I feel like it really matters.
None of this matters.
It all matters.
I mean, that's
think it
a
matters.
good question, and there's no bad questions, young boy.
And it really makes it sound like
There's
it was
no
a
bad
question.
questions,
Say
young boy,
that,
but
that.
none of the action takes place in this movie. It's in court. They're talking about things that happened in Fast and the Furious movies that resulted in
Absolutely, and you
pedestrian
uncover
getting-
more of the story as you continue on. Maybe it's not all about cocks, bionic cocks. Maybe it's just like the story of a evil corporation that is converting humans into AI robots. There is a cock involved in this story, and it is a pivotal thing, but it's not.
What is cock B plot?
This is the cock. The cock is what blows the lid off the thing.
right.
But this is just like bionic body parts.
Well, okay, now we're getting out of the legal thriller territory, though. I think we
No,
got
it's still a court case.
We got to boil this back down. It's always still a court
Yeah.
case. So there's there's a young Southern
Baptist.
kid. He's a young Southern lad who pees out of two holes. The second hole in his penis. Well, he's at three holes actually. So he's sitting in his car and he's smoking weed out of his penis. And he
No, his
gets-
buddy is smoking weed out of his penis.
He of course gets
Which you don't see him in the frame. He just comes up like he was giving him roadhead, but he's like,
But he's actually just smoking his friend's penis.
thanks,
right,
dude.
of course, because
Yeah.
they're so poor they can't afford a bowl.
They're so poor. Yeah.
And
Live in a shack.
can't even afford an apple. They got all he has is a little bit of weed, a penis
Can't even
with
afford an apple.
3 holes in a dream, and the
Apple costs like 50
Yeah, you could buy
cents.
weed, but
How
you
much
can't
does an
afford
apple
an apple.
cost?
it's priorities
Why can't he just
I think he
like
just
smoking
wants it.
weed out of his buddy's cock?
because he needs a reason to go to law school.
Well, the high is a little different.
I think they get
You know, and
busted.
you smoke a bong or a volcano. It's a little different.
It's a
feeling
flavor
each time.
profile thing.
Yeah, and if the
Tastes
cock is a
different.
different kind of a high.
Well, so him and his buddy are addicted to smoking weed
Yeah,
God.
out of his cock.
they're
The
addicted
guy
to it
who's providing the cock also gets high because it's like
because it's in his body.
So
Yeah,
they're
the
both
smoke
taking
travels
the-
into your balls.
Yeah.
It's the ultimate
So
high.
it's a win. It's a win-win for both.
Fills up the beanbag like a volcano.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever smoke a volcano?
Oh, hell
Those,
yeah, dude.
The early vape
Hell yeah,
technology.
dude.
Those things used to get me so fucked up.
No.
Volcano was like the point where it was like, oh no, we made drugs. We turned a plant that everybody loved and everybody loved to say
This
was
is
not
way
a drug
beyond heroin.
into drugs immediately.
I'd be in my dorm room smoking that shit, have a panic attack for about 24 hours afterwards. Sick.
Sick, dude.
It was so sick.
I love weed.
Let's do it again the next day.
So they're, he's smoking weed out of his cock in the car, and the local beat cop busts him.
Mm-hmm.
But this beat cop is a little bit of a father figure.
Sure.
He might be
Flashlight on the window.
African American. And they roll down the window. He blows out the smoke, and he's like, "You again." He whoops him. But he doesn't take him to jail. He says, "I give you one more shot." And he's like, "What can I do? I'll do anything. I can't go back to juvie." And he goes, "Well, you know what you got to do. You got to become a lawyer." So he, first things first,
You know what you gotta do.
he goes to law school, which is tough. You know what I mean? He's got to get it.
That's a
he's got
2-hour montage.
He's got a brain. You know,
2-hour montage.
Yeah, from law school, cramming, studying.
All of our movies
This is
are
a 4-hour. This is a 4-hour movie.
16 to 20-hour
This
films.
is a brutalist. We have an intermission. It's 2 hours of just going to law
You
school.
gotta up
Not much
ticket
happens. He's
prices.
just going to class.
It's a real-time montage. 2 years in which we go
Oh yeah, we
with
do.
him
We should do kind of Boyhood style
to law school.
where we do it over real time.
So he goes to law school for 2 years, and in law school he maybe meets a girl, but it doesn't work out because he's got too many holes in his dick.
Mm-hmm.
But then she comes back, and this is
she's
part of
busy.
the montage. And she comes back. She's got 2 corks. So he realizes that she cares
And she's a brilliant
from a really rich family.
law
She's
student.
a brilliant law student. She's a blue blood. She maybe never thought that she was going to do anything but meet a guy in law school because that's all her parents ever expected of her. But when she meets our hero, Frank.
Obviously, Frank. But maybe she discovers that she can play the penis like a flute. And she's like, it's not for drugs. This is for music.
Wow.
And then she discovers that she's actually a flautist.
Yeah, she quits law
She
school.
quits law school to become a flautist.
do what she
Needs
really
to be
wants.
More holes, though. Right
Yeah.
now it's a recorder. With
No. The way the penis is
You can do,
shaped.
like hot cross buns.
It's like
can
an
get-
ocarina.
Yeah, and she actually ends up making an album that becomes like insanely popular, and it's the video game soundtrack for like a Zelda or
The
something.
new Zelda game.
And nobody knows that it was played every note from this boy's cock.
And so we see her going to like open mics. It is another 2-hour montage where she's.
But she like covers it with like a little curtain so you don't know what the
Yeah,
instrument
he's just
is.
like and there's like, why is her boyfriend always standing in front of her?
But it's hypnotizing to people.
He's there as in a glory hole situation.
Yeah.
He's kind of just behind a curtain.
Yeah, he's
Sure.
he's on
Sure.
stage with her, and everybody says, "Oh, well, she's very nervous. She needs moral support. She
But
needs
it's
emotional
insanely
support." But he's
popular.
And
actually, it's just this.
And meanwhile, he's still in law school. So while she's playing his flute,
He's studying.
he's on his iPad, studying his law studies.
He's doing his law studies.
Well, his
So
girlfriend.
he rests his books on her head while and that's what's so amazing about this act.
It's
Nobody
also
even sees
but
her.
the
She's
more-
fully behind the
The
curtain.
more she plays it, she's found tremendous success with this penis flute. But the more she plays it, the more it drains him and is actually killing him. So she has to make a choice, and he does too, because he's like, "This is great. No, keep it going. You're a star."
She's got to make his
You're a
choice.
star.
Her career, but her career is going to kill him, and she chooses
Oh,
her
'cause,
career.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she chooses her career.
So this is all the first act.
This is all the first
The
act.
first half of the first act of
We still have
Sheila
2 more
Films.
Fran
acts to
Drescher.
go.
She's
Well, no,
She is
Fran Drescher comes along later. She's the one that breaks his heart, right? Because she becomes, he's getting cancer in his balls. She's playing on
From all the flute
from all the
playing.
vibrations
Yeah.
that caused by the flute.
Yeah.
His balls are just fucking. So this is how he finishes law school.
Yeah.
He goes, of course, on the day that he finishes the bar exam, he's like passing out because his swollen,
convulsing,
gangrenous balls
vomiting.
are taking all of his life forces out of him. You know what I mean? It's his penis cancer has traveled, is getting to his bones. And so
his girlfriend's like, "You gotta get the fuck up! I have a show tonight."
I have a show tonight. He's like, "No, honey, I love you."
He's out. She rolls him out in a wheelchair. She's like,
And he's still flipping the pages because he's still studying.
Also, wait, question: is he hard or soft?
Hard.
nah, he's soft.
Well, it's different for different
tones.
note
true.
registers,
There you
different
go.
tones.
Yeah.
But he's got to make it. He's
That's
got
how
to
you
get
get the
hard in
different
like a
notes.
blink of an
Different
eye.
size
He's got to go
holes.
soft,
Different
hard,
size
soft, hard,
holes.
soft, hard,
Yeah.
medium, soft, hard.
Yeah.
So and
Half
it's
chub,
taken years
She's
of
got
practice.
a perfect,
It's kind of like one of those tubes
which we
that's
see
like
in the film.
We see this in a
The
montage.
years of practice.
Yeah.
It's like a trombone.
Who's the girl? Anya
I'm sold.
Taylor-Joy.
I'm sold.
Yeah.
See, I was gonna say who's the girl from the girlfriend from Good Will Hunting.
Minnie Driver.
We bring back Minnie Driver.
But she's old. No shade. This was in the montage, but they're still young.
Who's
they're
the
going through
new
law
Minnie
school.
Driver?
Anya Taylor-Joy.
Anya Taylor-Joy.
No, Beanie Feldstein.
Beanie Feldstein. Yeah, it is. It's Beanie Feldstein.
Yeah.
She's got the fingers of a flautist. And she comes from a very wealthy Southern Jewish family.
They were
And
owned
so
a big
here's the thing: is that
plantation.
after he
A famous Southern Jewish family.
he finishes the final question on the bar
The
exam,
Feldmans.
and he passes out, and his heart starts to fail him. They rush him to the hospital, and they have to operate. And after all is said and done, he keeps his balls. They're smaller because they've had to take a lot of tissue.
They're tiny.
They're tiny little
The size
balls.
of raisins.
They still work, but they
Yeah.
are very, very, very small.
Yeah.
The family of his girlfriend comes in, and they're a family of rich Southern lawyers. And they expected, of course, their daughter to go to law school. And
playing the flute this whole time? I thought you was going to law class.
That's the devil's music.
No daughter of mine is gonna be a flautist.
right, except then she becomes so
Waterboy
successful.
Yeah.
She becomes
This
so
is Kathy
successful.
Bates, her mom.
You playing the
This is
dick flute behind my back.
Her father, who's played by Robert Duvall, comes
Yeah.
into the hospital room and he says,
Oh, sorry.
son, we're gonna pay for your hospital bills. We've got all of this. Don't worry about a thing, but you can never see our daughter again. Her career is taken off. We've gotten her a real flute.
He's in a hospital bed.
He's in a hospital
And he
bed.
grabs the father and he brings him close and he says, "Get your Jewish hands off my cock."
Get your Jewish hands off your daughter's cock, which is mine.
She has a cock too, because again, everybody has a cock.
This is your daughter's cock you're talking about.
Just in this fictional world, everybody has a
The dad is just super confused. He's like, "Get your hands
It's
off
one
your
of the
daughter's
small
cock."
details.
But and this is how we get
The
to
dad's like, "He's not well. He's not well."
this guy. Of course, he has his hospital bills, paid for, but he loses the love of his life, and he loses all of the income that she was making on the Missouri jazz club circuit.
Wait, how did she die? I missed this.
Oh no, she doesn't die.
Oh, okay.
His income is gone though because they have to break up.
They have to amputate his
He has to
penis.
sign an NDA.
Yeah.
He's just little balls. He still has a penis.
Okay.
But they seal up the holes, which unfortunately means that she can no longer play the flute either.
Yeah.
The only way to save his life is to seal up the holes, which have started, at this point, the holes have grown in size. There's a lot of bacteria that is
Concave.
getting in.
Yeah.
It's mostly lint from his pants, actually.
But
He's
that
actually the
gives
one
him
who
a big-
decides that she should continue her career.
Right.
It's not choosing, he makes the choice.
Yeah.
He's
Right.
like, "This is your cock. You're going to keep on going."
And then the father says, "But you can never see my daughter's cock again." Which is
You
your
will never
cock,
lay your
son.
hands on my daughter's Jewish cock again.
And he's like, "Listen here, old man. This is your daughter's cock." She's going somewhere.
And then basically after this, he's back living in his car, and he smokes some more, tries smoking weed out of his cock again.
Wait, but I thought he sealed his holes up.
Oh, he's trying and he's failing to smoke the weed out of his cock. And he's crying. He's miserable. There's sort of and his friend, who was his best friend, who was also addicted to smoking his dick bowl, has died of a heroin overdose. He's just graduated to worse and worse.
It's just really going all
He was
downhill.
shooting heroin into his cock in order to just feel like he was, and the whole time, obviously, he's like supportive of his friend, but like he's really bringing his friend down, and he feels really guilty. So he's back in his car and he's smoking some weed out of his dick bowl, or trying to smoke weed out of his dick bowl, but he can't. And with his elbow, he accidentally throws his car in neutral, and the car starts, going down the alley. And at the end of the alley, they hit a wall. It's sort of a symbolic metaphor. He hits a wall, and when he looks up at the wall that he hit, there's a memorial placard for the police officer who saved his life, who was killed in a dick mangling accident. And that is how he decides to go into dick law.
Yes. And this is when the real movie starts.
This is when the movie starts.
This is the 4-hour preamble.
This is the we had the prologue.
Yeah. So
and then
now,
now the movie
so
starts.
now, he needs to go start giving out resumes.
Yeah. I mean, we have so much rich character detail here.
This is all actually a story that he is telling
his
to
grandson.
To his future prospective employer.
To his employer.
To bring us
he's
all
at,
up
he's
to
at a
speed.
job interview.
He's at a job interview.
So this is his 4-hour job interview.
This is 4-hour job interview where he tells his life story.
And you're like, tell us something interesting about yourself.
Well, when I was a little boy, it all started back in Missouri.
Let me tell you about the love of my life's cock and her story.
My wife had a beautiful cock. And so did I.
Let me tell you about my wife's gorgeous penis. A magical penis.
So, of course, it doesn't, because, the rule of 3 is this first job interview doesn't work. So he has to go to a second job interview, tells the whole story again.
We need to go through many rounds.
We have to go through many rounds where the story changes
these
a little
days,
bit.
a job interview, you have like 5 rounds.
It's a little bit
and
of
then they ghost you at the end.
It's a little bit of a Rashomon thing.
Yeah.
The story
this
changes.
is one round, and then he goes to round 2.
He goes to round 2, tells the whole story again.
Then he goes to round 3.
Then he goes to round 3.
Yeah.
Tells the whole story again.
Then he goes to round 4.
I think 3 is enough, or what is with the rule of 3s? Is it the 4th one that's like the home run? Yeah, you know what? I think we should throw our audience off the trail. They think that the 3rd job interview is going to be the one.
It's like Return of the King style. You think it's over. It's not over.
Right, and so here's how we're going to twist it, right? The 3rd job interview, he goes, and it's this old lawyer. And by the time he's done with his story, this man is crying. And this man, played by Clint Eastwood, says, son, that was beautiful. But we're going out of business. There simply aren't enough dick cases to keep our law firm, our humble little firm afloat. So, I wish you the best, son. Go on and tell your story to the world. And so he goes to the 4th job interview, which he tells the whole story
these are different
again.
rounds at the same firm. Or he's going to different...
Oh, no, he's going to
round
different...
1, round 2, round 3, round 4, that's one job. This is one job.
We do that later. So he goes to the 4th job interview at the 4th different firm, and this is like a white shoe law firm, right? White because...
White shoe?
White glove.
White because of the cum that drips out of it.
Does the film start with like a Celino and Barnes ad for dick lawyering?
They pay for the whole movie.
It's like 8888.
It's on the radio as they're smoking.
Right.
As they're smoking weed out of his friend's cock.
Bionic penises.
Out of his cock. Sorry.
And they're like, boy, when I grow up, I want to be the best dick lawyer this city's ever seen.
Yeah, and it's got a dream. It's sort of foreshadowing. But this commercial is on the radio.
Foreskin.
It's like, have you hurt your dick? Have you been in a dick mangling accident?
Is your penis a musical instrument? If so, dial 1-888-888-8888.
Is your wife using your cock as a musical instrument?
Does your wife
your
have a
health is
beautiful
failing
penis?
now, but she has a beautiful penis herself.
So he goes to this fourth interview at the White Shoe Law Firm, and you know they like him. They say, hey, you know, we'll start you off at a salary of $100,000.
$100 a year.
$100.
This is the South.
This is the South, right?
The poor
the poor
South.
South. There isn't a lot of money.
You're lucky to
even
get $100.
for lawyers.
Yeah.
So they say, you know, we'll start you off at a salary of $100 a year, which is good.
That's pretty good.
It's very
starting
good
rate.
in our universe.
Yeah.
And, you know, but what we need you to do is we are now suing some regular Joes on behalf of this multinational synthetic
Conglomerate.
dick conglomerate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? And they want to, you know, crush the little guy's dick. Who are
Figuratively and literally.
figuratively and literally. And you know, he gets on to, like, he says, you know, I'm living out of my car. I kind of have to take this $100 delivered in installments over the course of a year.
I got a Klarna this.
I gotta
Crush these little dicks.
And he opens up the first case, and they're suing the family of the police officer who put him on the right track, who are making a claim over his, you know, his dick mangling.
This police officer is black too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Forrest Whitaker.
Also, is this present day?
It's present day.
Present day, different
It's getting
universe.
like 90s for me.
This is.
I think, yeah, I actually
Right?
do like the
when I'm
90s
thinking
feel.
of like the TV ad, a little
Okay,
grainy,
90s, yeah,
like,
yeah,
big
yeah.
box
I just don't
TV.
want cell phones, and I do
Yeah.
want the original dick smoking out of a car scene to
Like, I don't wanna
be
see,
in
like,
like a specific kind of boxy car.
Yeah, like it can't be like a Toyota RAV4. It doesn't work.
It's in a car that when you close the door, the
It's a
seatbelt automatically comes back. Which is like a
yep.
97 Honda
circumciser.
Civic.
Yeah.
Snips them.
92, actually.
And then we could have kind of like a grunge 90s soundtrack.
Yeah, that's cool.
Totes.
Kind of like Nirvana.
Puddle of
Yeah.
mud.
92.
This southern ass movie. And then
We're going to crush these little dicks.
Puddle of Mud soundtrack.
Puddle of Mud soundtrack. And yeah, so he realizes that he's about to, you know, sue the family of the guy who got his life on track, put him into the poorhouse. You know what I mean? Put him in lower than the poorhouse. He's going to sue. This big law firm is going to sue this poor black family to death over, you know, their own negligence regarding their patriarch's dick surgery.
So we're getting
And
into
so,
kind of some race stuff.
Yeah,
here,
of
too.
course they give
Yeah.
the worst dicks as like a revenge. The guys who have the best dicks,
Right.
we're giving them the worst dicks.
Right.
And the guys who have the worst dicks, we're giving them the best dicks.
Yeah.
And so he realizes this, and you know, he says,
See, I think of it as like a dick salad, like a fruit salad, but there's a bunch of different dicks, and they kind of reach in to get like a
claw machine style.
Yeah, you never know what dick's coming out.
Interesting. And
It's a dick salad.
it's a dick salad. It's just a big pile of dicks.
Mm-hmm.
And
Which
so
that's just another Tuesday night for Rick.
For me, yep, that's the name of the party I went to on Tuesday. Actually, is dick salad.
Blindfolded, go and reach in. You don't know what you're gonna get.
Yep, you never know.
you have to by feel.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, dick salad."
Oh, it's kind of like a dick salad, covered in mayonnaise.
And so
Because that's a definition of a
So he
salad.
quits the law firm. He says, I can't do this. I can't, these people changed my life. I can't sue them. Who am I, right, to betray the people that saved my life for $100 salary?
What's the
that I worked
status of-
so hard
That
for.
I worked so hard for.
I toiled and toiled in law school.
I mean, I'm 16 hours deep into explaining my life story in different job interviews.
What is the status of his dick right now?
It's
Not good.
sealed.
Okay.
It's sealed and his balls are basically non-existent at this
forever
point.
lit. Just like
Balls
sad.
are very, very, very tiny.
Yeah. And it can't get hard anymore, and his foreskin is long.
He goes back. At night. At night, he breaks into this big law firm, and he steals their files, which we're going to use you as a consultant for stealing test answers as to how he steals the files for this from this big law firm, and he comes back to Clint Eastwood's the third firm that he went to that was run by Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
In the middle of the night, it's raining.
I'm gonna blow the lid wide open.
It's one of those, those legendary Missouri rainstorms. Lightning.
The
and it's
famous Missouri
so
rainstorm.
humid, it's like smoky.
Tornado
and fog,
warning.
And he knocks on the doors.
Lightning crashes.
And Clint Eastwood has to like wake up, from his drunken stupor because he's drinking. Old man has been drinking himself to death.
He's been drinking booze and pissing himself all night.
His partner died. The law firm that we introduced in the beginning of the movie on the radio is fallen. He's about to declare bankruptcy because he's so bad with his finances. Because
I mismanaged the dick, son. I'll be honest.
He mismanages everything. This guy is he's been drinking and crying, and it's the tissues. This tissue budget is off of the fucking wall, right? It's putting him into the poorhouse, and so he wakes up out of bed. Oh, what? Oh. Comes downstairs. He opens the door, and our protagonist Frank. Drenched in rain, he says, what the hell are you doing here, boy? And I've got a case. I've got a case for us. I've got a case that's going to change everything.
He just whips it out. He just shows him. That's it.
Come
on, boy, get out of here. Take that beautiful cock with you.
Yeah.
It's show me the case. Like what? And he looks through the files, and he's like, wow, these files are stolen. We can never use any of this stuff, but it's a smoking gun. But like, how are we going to prove it?
That's against the law.
And that's when Frank unzips,
And a beam of light hits Clint in the face.
and we fade to white.
God damn, that's a nice looking cock.
Roll credit.
Just roll credits.
Holy
Roll credits, and it says end
shit.
of Act 1. It's intermission time.
We have to give credits after every act.
After every act, we have credits, and then we have a 20-minute intermission.
Holy shit. It just fucking ends.
Yeah.
And that's Southern Dick Law 1.
That's Act 1.
Holy smokes.
That could be the tagline for the movie.
That's the title of the film.
Holy smokes.
Holy smokes.
Holy smokes.
Holy smokes. Because they're smoking
that.
weed.
They're smoking that
out
pole.
of his pole.
Yep.
And tune in next week as we reveal the next one of John Hamm's phone number digits. Or will we?
Goodbye.